Hello again, everyone. Dflekd here with Firm but Fair Gaming, bringing you one of two status effect builds. I put two gameplay videos up yesterday that have me taking Control Point, Heroics, level 4s, and I used two different status effect builds, and here they are. I wanted to show them to you. Leave a comment below. Let me know which ones you guys like, which one you prefer. Vote for number one, vote for number two. But if you have any questions or comments, leave those below. Like, subscribe, and share if you can. So getting into the build, both of them are running the Pestilence. For one reason, and that is the Plague. Hits apply a debuff, dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds, stacks 50 times. It also, when the enemy dies, passes, all stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy. This will shred enemies. You don't have to shoot them again. When that passes over, this will just take their health down very, very quickly. Also, the weapons didn't change from the other build. The other build is also running the Police M4 for the plus 20% weapon damage to burning enemies. I rarely use this gun unless I'm out of ammo on the Pestilence, and I never pull the pistol, so it's just whatever pistol I had on. Getting into the build, I was running the Coyote Mask, trying to get a little extra crit hit damage. Crit hit counts as weapon damage. Weapon damage increases your Plague. So this one is almost perfectly rolled. 15% weapon, 6 crit, and 11.6 crit damage. Put a crit hit chance mod on. Most of the time, you are going to be between 0 and 25 meters. Very rarely will you be trying to shoot people 25 meters plus, but it does happen occasionally, especially when this first wave spawns in that's attacking your control point when you're defending. So this build is using the Grupo crit hit damage. I rolled status effect on it. The chest and the back don't change from build to build. The perfect spark is what you're after. Damaging an enemy with a skill increases weapon damage by 15%. Lasts for 20 seconds. This will match up nicely with Wicked. Applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds. So this is a total of a 33% weapon damage buff when you hit it with status effect skills, which we are using 2 of. The gloves I'm using the Contractor gloves because they give me 10% LMG damage. I have weapon damage, damage to armor, and I rolled status effect on it. The knee pads I'm using are Providence, so I get the extra headshot damage, more weapon damage. This one has a perfect 10% status and armor regen. Pretty good knee pads. Didn't re-roll anything on them. And the last piece of gear is the holster. It's a Seska, and I rolled status effect, but I'm after the weapon damage, and the health on it was nice. So for the two mods I was using, you can mix and match any ones you prefer using, as long as they apply status effect. So this one applies a shock status effect with the trap. It works very well with the radius. I'm only skill tier 2, so I put status effect on just to hold them longer. I don't care about the damage it does. I just want them to be shocked as long as possible. Which, the shock duration is 9 seconds. So it's a good amount of time, and while they're sitting there, you just plug away on them with the Pestilence. The other one I was using was the Fire Starter. You can use anything else, like I said. It doesn't have to be the Fire Starter. It can be the Fireflies. It could be the Fire Turret. It can be anything that applies the status effect. That's all you're after. I just went with the Fire Starter Chem Launcher because you get, 6 shots. And the enemies do move pretty quick, so hitting them all the time with this is a challenge. But it does work when you get it, and you just have to hit an enemy with one of the status effects, either or, once every 20 seconds to keep your buff. Going through everything else, it strictly relies on hitting them and not the damage it can do. Like I said before, this one doesn't really do a lot. It damages only 450, and the burn damage is 175, which is okay because they burn for 7.6 seconds. So the longer they burn, the longer they're shocked, the more time you have to shoot them. And once you apply the Plague will transfer over to an enemy when they die. So that is all you're after. And you'll see in the gameplay footage, I don't have this buff up as much. I might get rid of the shock trap on this one. It seems like the enemy walks around it a lot, but I'm going to play with which ones I'm going to use. Blinder Fireflies might be great because they automatically hit the target. And they have roughly the same cooldown. I think they're 35 seconds instead of 39. 37, sorry. So it's roughly the same cooldown. But that's the build. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you like it. Let me know if you like build option 1 or build option 2. What's your preferred method? Once again, this was Dflekd from Firm But Fair Gaming.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Try to be quick.